Donald, his twin, was angry. "You're a muckle nuisance," said Donald. "It's to leave you behind I'd be wanting." "You can't," said the van. "I'm essential."
Oh,
Twins
Kaya!
were glum. Donald burst out. They told him that the Fat Controller was returning soon. "He'll send us back for sure." "It's a shame," said Percy. "A lot of nonsense about a broken signal box," grumbled Gordon. "That spiteful brake van too," put in James. "Good riddance, that's what I say."
Thomas, the baby's falling asleep.
Hey, hello, Thomas.
Shh, Bertie, the baby's asleep.
Oh.
And so was his mother.
And hid behind the trucks on the other side. Ben now came forward. "Truck stealer!" hissed Ben. He ran away too. Bill took his place. This went on and on till the Diesel's eyes nearly popped out. "Stop! You're making me giddy!" The two engines gazed at him. "Are there two of you?" "Yes, we're twins."
When he approached the chocolate factory, his driver applied the brakes, but Percy's wheels just skidded on the oily rails. "Oh no!" hooted Percy. Yuck! He groaned. "I've never been this dirty." He was covered from funnel to firebox in sticky, gooey chocolate. Cyril the Fogman has a very important job. He puts detonators on the tracks to warn the engines when there's fog ahead. "Oh," shivered Thomas as he ran over the detonator. "That made my axles tingle." "Cyril's done his job," said his driver. "We'd better slow down. There's fog ahead." "Thank you, Cyril," said Thomas.
Imagine us as special agents. Agents? You know, like detectives. Oh. Just think of it. Oh. Paxton and Sydney. Detectives. Investigators. Two brilliant minds working together. Looking out for clues. Hot on the trail. Determined to crack the case and solve the mystery. Special agents? That sounds amazing!
The truck's chance had come. "Hurrah, hurrah," they laughed, and banging their buffers, they pushed him down the hill. On, yelled the trucks. "I've got to stop! I've got to stop!" groaned James. Through the station they thundered. Disaster lay ahead. Something sticky splashed all over James.
angry farmer was telling Mavis just what she could do with her train. "Having trouble, Mavis?" chortled Toby. "I am surprised." "Grush," said Mavis. With much puffing and wheel slip, Toby pushed Mavis and the trucks back. The hard work made his fire burn fiercely, and his firemen spread hot cinders to melt the frozen mud. Donald could see the cart. "Stop!" he cried. Donald's driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. Luckily, no one was hurt. "Stop being pushy," Donald snapped. "Don't call me pushy," Douglas snapped back. "You shouldn't have pushed me into the cart," huffed Donald. "You pulled me, you mean," argued Douglas. "Didn't he?" Did, no. Did too."
Thank you for arranging these, Diesel. I must go now. Don't you want this lot? No, thank you. Diesel gulped. And I've taken all this trouble. Why didn't you tell me? You never asked me. Besides, said Duck, you were having such fun being Rev whatever it was you said. Goodbye. Call me a galloping sausage, spluttered Gordon. Rusty red scrap iron, hissed James. I'm old Square Wheels, fumed Henry. Well, Duck? Duck considered. I only wish, sir, he said gravely, that I'd thought of those names myself, if the dome fits. Oh, Laurie, look at that! James was just pulling out on their line from the station ahead. Any minute there could be a crash. It's up to you now, Duck, cried the driver. Duck put every ounce of weight and steam against the trucks. It's too late, Duck groaned and shut his eyes. He veered into a siding where a barber had set up shop. He was shaving a customer. Gordon was cross and didn't care what he did. He waited till the table was halfway round. I'll show them, he hissed. He moved slowly forward to jam the table, but he couldn't stop himself and slithered into a ditch. Ooh, she hissed. Get me out! Get me out! The footplate and followed them into the siding. Come back, yelled his driver. Fire and smoke, said Thomas. I'm sunk. And he was. Oh dear, he said, I am a silly engine. Steady, Edward, called his driver. The inspector stood on Edward's front, holding a noose of rope in the crook of the shunter's pole. He was trying to slip it over James's buffer. The engine swayed and lurched. At last! Got him! He shouted.
Oh, I wish I had all those incredible things that the other engines have. Then I'd be the coolest, most useful engine ever! But there's nothing special about me.
Crew inspected the damage. Repairs took some time. One of your crank pins broke, Edward, said his driver. "We've taken your side rods off. Now you're like an old-fashioned engine. Can you get these people home? They must start back tonight." "I'll try, sir," promised Edward. Edward puffed and pulled his hardest, but his wheels kept slipping and he could not start the heavy train. The passengers were anxious.
Meanwhile, Henry had noticed something too. My train's getting heavier, he thought to himself. I'm slowing down. Then there was trouble. No one was hurt, but a strong smell of fish. Danger lay ahead. "Now for our plan," giggled the trucks. "Go faster, go faster." "Slow down," called Thomas's driver, and applied the brakes. Poor Thomas stood dazed and surprised in a muddy pond as a toad eyed him suspiciously. "Bust my buffers," muttered Thomas. The day started so well, too. Percy puffed grumpily into the yards. He was feeling put upon and said so. "I feel put upon," he complained to Thomas. Thomas was confused. Put upon what? The rails? No, put upon with too much work. Driver says he is too. Put upon? What a silly saying, replied Thomas. But Annie and Clarabel liked it, and when Thomas took them away, they sang about it. "Percy's been put upon, put upon, put upon. Percy's been put upon, poor old Percy. Tee-hee-hee-hee-hee. Percy is being put upon. I am, I am, I am."
And then there was trouble.
Oh, no! Oh, no! I can't stop!
Huh?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Ah! Whoa, whoa!
James!
Rosie! Help! James!
It's still the middle of the night!
Sorry, my friend. We have a second crew working all night to get James repaired as soon as possible.
Oh.
Everyone get clear!
Hook knocked the switch, and the switch started the jet engine, and the engine began to whine. The whine got louder and louder and louder. "Uh-oh," said Cranky. Before he could say anything else, the jet engine was rocketing Thomas up the track. "Oh," said Thomas. The driver tried to put on the brakes, but Thomas couldn't stop. "Oh, boy!" The station master called ahead. "Clear the lines, it's a runaway train." Signals were changed and points were switched. Thomas had never been so excited. Thomas flew by James and rocketed past Henry and raced by Percy. They were amazed.